What's going on, everyone? I decided I would do a video on a big topic. I get asked all the time on this topic, and it is huge. It's next, it's on up there too. Actually, working out is just as important, and that is on dieting. Now, before I get started and exactly what I do, I'm not telling you should do this type dieting. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I do, and I've seen amazing results doing this. What I actually do is called carb backloading. I know a lot of y'all that follow me on different social medias know that I've been posting over the years, different things about carb backloading. This is the video that I'm going to tell you exactly what carb backloading is. Now, carb backloading is actually a diet that you have higher fat and higher protein early in the day, and then later on throughout the day you have your carb sources like past 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Then you switch over to higher carbs instead of the fat. Now for me, it's always after a workout, so post workout in the afternoon, that is when I incorporate carb sources. Now I know you're gonna ask, what does that do differently? So for me, around 2 years ago, I was doing the everyday, oatmeal, the normal bodybuilding meals that you see, oatmeal, whole grain toast, the breakfast, with carbs. And then around, I don't know, so I'd have that meal around 8 o'clock or so. But then I found myself getting tired around 10 or 11 o'clock in the afternoon. I just wanted to take a nap. And I was just thinking it was my energy, just low in energy or low in calories. So I was, getting tired. Anyways, I did some research and found out this diet. I heard about this diet called carb backloading. So I decided to do more research on it, read about it. So I read up on exactly what it was. And all the strategies and all the, research seemed, legit, and it seemed like it would work, and it seemed real. So I decided I would give it a try. So what I found out doing this was that I have more energy throughout the day, having very low to no carbs, and then having carbs in the afternoon after my workout. And I found out I actually sleep better. And you ask, why is that? Well, first off, when you have the carbs in the morning, right when you wake up, you have your carbs. Your energy, your insulin levels, rise, and then that's when you get the crash afterwards. So when you do carb backloading, you're only having fats, higher fats, and so you don't actually get that insulin level spike. So your energy levels is, it's more consistently throughout the whole day. Now, you can do your own research on it. I can't go over exactly everything right now because there's so many different things about it. But for the most part, when you wake up in the morning, when you have your carb sources normally, your body fat, or you're burning body fat in the morning. Now, supposedly, when you do carb backloading, instead of having that carb source in the morning right when you get up, if you have higher fat, it could be anywhere from bacon. I love coconut oil, so I'll wake up and have like coconut oil in like a protein shake, or just mix it into a pudding and have that in the morning. So what that does is actually keeps that fat burning going longer, instead of stopping right when you have that carb source in the morning like oatmeal. So from having the fats in the morning, you can actually burn more fat supposedly throughout the day until you have your carbs later on. Now, you ask, then why in the world would you have carbs if you're burning more fat throughout the day? Now, you still need to get your carb sources in, especially if you're trying to build muscle, and that's what, I'm a bodybuilder, so that's what I'm trying to do is, build muscle as much as I can. So supposedly what carb backloading does, you have your higher fats throughout the day, and you have your carbs after your workout. So the carbs is supposed to get sucked up in the muscle instead of fat. So that, you go throughout the whole day having fat, just the higher fats, the almonds, the coconut oil, eggs, whole eggs. And then after your workout, you have your carbs to help rebuild the muscle, and your muscles actually hold the carbs and not your fat. Now, other science backs this up also by saying, when I do the carb backloading, I also carb cycle. Now, this is going to be a long video, I'm sorry, but carb cycling is a great way to actually lose fat, but at the same time build muscle. I carb cycle year round. I don't care what I'm doing. If I'm cutting or if I'm building, I'm always carb cycling. Due to different research I read, and it works on me, what I've tried is your glycogen levels in your body, or actually you can hold a lot of carbs, which is glycogen, in your body for a few days. Now, everyone's differently. People can burn more glycogen in their body faster than others. Let's say if someone's just sitting on the couch not doing anything, they're not going to be burning much glycogen throughout that day or a couple of days. But for someone like me that's actually working out hard, doing cardio all the time, and just my body's getting taxed all the time, I'm going to actually lower my glycogen levels faster than if you're just sitting on the couch doing nothing. Now you say, what's the point of the glycogen level? So supposedly your body can only contain so much glycogen, like your muscles can only hold so much glycogen before it spills over to fat. So what carb cycling does, you will start, let's say you're going to start up here. This is the top where your muscles are already full of glycogen and carbs and sugar. So that if you go, let's say, 2 days with no carbs to very low carbs, your glycogen levels in your muscles in your body goes down, down, down. And then let's say on the 3rd day you have carbs, then it rises back up. So if you're constantly having carbs every single day, high amounts, that your glycogen levels never go down, so that all the carbs that you're eating will actually spill over into fat, and that is not what you want, no matter what. Even if you're trying, if you're trying to build, even if you're in a off season, you're trying to build muscle, you still don't want that fat, those carbs, that glycogen, to go into fat. So you want it to go in the muscle. So I like to carb cycle to keep going down, going down, going down in glycogen, and then replenish it. Now, of course, when I start dieting, I will change up the macros as far as how many, how much fat I'll have, and how many calories I'll have, and how many carbs I'll have during that carb backload. Right now, I'm actually in a bulking phase, so-called bulking. I don't go into a crazy bulk at all. I don't believe in that. A lot of times, you see like the old bodybuilders who get fat and stuff. For me, the fattest I've got during an off season, I was right at 200 pounds and right under 10% body fat. So I'm just a leaner guy, so I've never been past 10% body fat. But at that point, I was like, no way, I'm never doing that kind of bulk again. So I always try to keep it below, 9% body fat and never go over 200 pounds. Right now, I'm right at 190. Competition weight is 180. So that's a good range for me right now. And then a couple of weeks, I actually have to cut back down. So my whole diet will change as far as, fats, carbs, and calories. But I'm going to go over exactly what I do for the bulk right now. Right now I'm doing 2 days low to no carbs, and you're saying, what the heck, During bulking you have to have carbs to rebuild muscle. Well, like I said, the glycogen levels will rise. Now on the 3rd day, I actually been eating more calories and more carbs, so that I'm still gaining weight from that one day just because I'm having so much more. I'm having like a couple of cheat meals a week right now. When I'm cutting, I don't have any cheats besides refeed days, which is, man, I'm telling you, it's so much science behind this carb backloading. It's hard to get it all in. Now when you're doing carb backloading, for me, I found, okay, let me swap back over. to when I was actually cutting. The carb sources when I refeed is not just a free-for-all like pizzas and burgers high fat after that workout. It has to be higher carb but lower in fat so that your insulin levels spike and you don't have that fat sources in there. So I can't go get a burger when I was trying to cut, or a pizza, just because it was higher in fat and carbs. Now when I was cutting down, I'll show you a picture up on the screen. I actually got leaner than I have ever been in my life doing this carb backloading. And what I did, I started 8 weeks out during this cut, and what I did was start with 2 days low to no carbs. So when I say low to no, I still have vegetables. I have green vegetables. I have as many as I want. So I'll have green vegetables around 3 meals of the day. So that could be broccoli. I normally have broccoli, spinach, green beans, stuff like that. Just, you know, green vegetables. You can have as much as you want. So really I'm getting around 50 carbs and below on those no carb days. But I'm not counting the vegetable carbs and like carbs that you get from fats, like avocado and stuff like that. I'm not counting those because it's so high in fiber. So I would have 2 days with just, you know, just the carbs from vegetables, and then I would do 1 day of a refeed, which for me, what I found that worked the best was either cereal, which is, you know, like just a sugary, just sugar carbs, pretty much like Fruit Loops or anything like that that's higher in carbs and not fat, or pancakes. I love doing just out of the box pancakes. I would make tons of them. I would have, I think anywhere from, I think it was actually 2 cups of batter so actually it turned out to be way more than that after you put, you know, milk or water in it. So I'd have tons of pancakes on that 3rd day. Now I was getting on that, so I would go from 50 carbs below on those 2 days, and then on the 3rd day I would have anywhere from 300 to 400 carbs just to shoot my glycogen levels back up and my metabolism back up. And then I would go back to the low carbs for 2 days, and the 3rd day have it. Now I did that until about 6 weeks. So I did that for 2 weeks, and then around 6 weeks or 4 weeks, I can't really remember, I switched it up for doing 3 days low, and on the 4th day having more carbs. Now from doing that, I got into extreme lower body fat than what I thought I was capable of doing. Now for me, you know, being a lifetime drug-free athlete, never taken any kind of drugs whatsoever to either lean down or build muscle. And you know, I saw those other competitors, and I looked back at my other pictures, and I was like, you know, is it possible? I want to know, is it possible to get, you know, really, really just dry looking and lean without taking any kind of drugs? And, you know, so many people on the internet, I'm not going to say names and stuff like that, they're obviously taking something, but they claim to be natural. And for me, it was a real struggle to know if I could actually get to somewhat of that level, being lifetime drug-free, and you know, get to those levels without using those types of drugs. So, you know, I really pushed myself during this last prep, but actually it was one of the easiest preps I've ever had as far as cravings and stuff like that. After a while, with all the other diets that I did, I would do the If It Fits Your Macros when I started dieting a long time ago, and I found my energy levels sucked when I worked out, and you know, and you just feel depleted all the time. But during this carb backloading, when I did this carb cycling too, my energy levels up until show day was great. I could work out, had plenty of energy going to work out. You know, I didn't have that many cravings because on the 3rd or 4th day I was having, like, you know, a lot of food during, you know, with the pancakes and stuff like that. So during that whole prep, it was amazing compared to all the other years. So now that I'm, you know, doing bulking, it's a little different. Like I said, I'm having more, you know, I'm having actually 2 cheat meals, and the cheat meals are not the high in carbs. And I mean, it's high in carbs, but it's also high in fat. So It's not the best for carb backloading, but for right now, you know, I'm staying around 190, and that's what I want to be. So I'm actually just wanting to enjoy, you know, having an off season, and that's a point kind of an off season. You kind of enjoy your life before you have to get real strict for another cut. So I hope this kind of explained exactly what carb backloading was. You know, it's really hard to go over everything because I've been doing it for 2 years and seen amazing results. So I hope this really helped. If you know, do research on it. I would do research on it, and if it's something that you know you think you'd like to try, I would definitely recommend it. Give it, you know, give it a try. Sorry, I'm kind of thirsty, and I just got done working out a little while ago, so I'm taking actually creatine. So give it a try for a month, 2 months, and see exactly, you know, if it's for you and if you like it. Now, you know, I built muscle during carb backloading also, so it's not just for cutting down and getting lean. You can also build muscle. So if you have any questions on this topic, just comment down below. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be posting more videos like this on different topics and different topics as far as people asking me questions. I know a lot of people over the years have been asking me exactly what I did, and it's really hard for me to actually write out a comment on this topic just because it's so big. I mean, it's so many different things I have to do. Like carb, you know, it's not just carb backloading, you know, a carb cycle, so it's hard to actually sit down and type that out. So doing a video, I can kind of explain myself a little more. So hope you like the video. Thanks for watching.